Morning, everyone. Welcome to today's class. My name is Mr. Amos. So, today's topic is resource management. Resource management, HRM 301. HRM 301. Should be 300 level second semester class. So, we'll be considering resource management. Course. Now, the question we ask ourselves now, what is human resource management? Resource management is a new approach to managing people in any organization. A new approach to managing people in any organization. So people are considered as a key factor, or as a key resource in this approach. So it is considered that it's people that mention in management of organization. So human resource is a process which consists of four main activities: position, development, motivation, as well as maintenance of resources. So human resource, according to Scott, that branch management which is responsible staff sits for concentrating on those aspects of operations which are primarily sign with relationship of management to employee to employees, development of individuals and the group. So human resource management is responsible for maintaining good relationship, human relation in the organization. Yes, it's also concerned with development of individual achievements of goals of organization and goals of the individual. So human resource management has to do with the recruitment, selection, development, utilization, compensation, motivation of human resources of an organization. According to Flipwell, finds human resource as the planning, organization, planning, organizing, directing, and controlling of procurement, development, resources to the end that individual and societal objectives are accomplished. So from this definition, it reveals that it deals with planning, deals with organizing, deal with directing and controlling the personal or personnel functions of the enterprise. Now, yes, these are the definitions. So, what are the natures of human resource management? Natures of human resource management includes to inherit parts of management. Inherit part of management pervasive functions, pervasive functions, basic in all functional areas. Number three, people concerned. These are the nature. But for nature is personal activities or functions. Facilities department is created in most of the organizations. Continuous what? Process. Continuous process. And eight is based on human relation. These are the nature. This is the nature of what they carry. That is the nature of what they carry. The objective of human resource management, according to Scott Cloutier, says that the objective of human resource management in an organization is to obtain maximum individual development. Maximum individual development. Desirable working relation between employers and employees and employees, and to affect the molding of resources is contracted with physical resources. So the basic objective of human resource management is to ensure effective utilization of human resources. Effective utilization of human resources. To establish and maintain an adequate organizational structure of relationship among all members of the organization. To generate maximum development of human resources within the organization by offering opportunities for advancement. To ensure respect for human being by providing various services to ensure reconciliation of individuals or group goals, to identify and satisfy the needs of individual by offering various monitoring and non-monitoring rewards. So these are the objectives. And in order to achieve these objectives, there are activities that human resource management carries out. And to achieve this above stated objective, there are daily activities that of human resource management must engage themselves. The one is human resource planning. Yes. Two is recruitment, selection, placement of personnel. Placement of personnel. Number two is training and development of employees for their functions, for their effective performance and growth. That's four is appraisal of performance of employees. Appraisal of performance of employees. And five is motivation of workforce by providing financial incentives and avenues of promotions. Next is recognition of employees. What are the functions? These are the objectives and activities that human resource carries out. And what are the functions? We have two main functions of human resource. It's split into two categories. Active managerial functions, active functions, managerial functions, and operative functions. Under the managerial functions, we talk about number one, planning, two, organization. 3, directing and controlling. The organization is talking about to organize. So organizing. 1 is planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. Talk about number 2, operative functions. Operative functions has to do with procurement of personnel, development of personnel, compensation of personnel, maintaining good individual relation, record keeping, and personnel planning and evaluation. That are the objective of operational functions. Now, we go over the importance of human resource management. Human resource management has a place of great importance. According to Peter Drucker, says that the proper and improper use of individual factors of production depends on the wishes of human resources. Besides, other human resource management need more development. Human resources are increased cooperation, but need proper and effective management to guide it. So, what are the important? Number 1 is to help management in the preparation and adoption, tuning evaluation of personnel programs and policies. Number 2 is to help supplies skills worker through scientific selection process. Number 3, it ensures maximum benefits out of the expenditure of training and development. Number 4 is to prepare workers according to the changing needs of industries and environments. Next is to motivate workers and upgrade them as, as to enable them to accomplish the organizational goal. So through innovations, experimentation in the field of personnel, it helps in reducing costs and help in increasing productivity. So it contributes a lot in restoring the industrial harmony and healthy employers to employees relation. So it enables and establishes mechanisms for the administrations of personnel services that are dedicated to the personal works department. So these are the important. So the role of human resource management is very important in an organization and it should not be undermined, especially a large scale enterprise. So it is the key to the whole organization and related to all other activities of the management, marketing, production, finance, etc., etc. So human resource is concerned with managing people as an organizational resources rather than the factors of what production. So managing people is a great task. So ability to manage the people, make everything flow accordingly. So it involves a system to be followed in business firm to recruit, select, hire, train, develop human assets. So it is concerned with the people dimensions of an organization. So an attainment of organizational objective depends to a great extent on the way in which people are recruited, developed and utilized by the management. So you must utilize people in the organization. So proper coordinations of human efforts, effective utilization of human other materials resources is necessary. Is what is necessary. So that is just it. Consider. Then we look at human resource planning. What is human resource planning? It's concerned with the planning future manpower requirements is in the organization. Future manpower requirements in the organization. So human resource manager ensures the companies has the right type of people in the right number at the right time and right place. So who are trained, motivated to do the right kind of job, the right kind of work at a, at what at the right time. So human resource planning primarily makes appropriate projection for future manpower. So human resource planning is a process by which the management determines how an organization should move from its current manpower position to its desired manpower position. So through planning, a management strives to have the right number and the right kind of people at the right place. So at the right time to do things which results in both organization and individual resources in maximum large range of benefits. So human resource planning according to Homer, process of determining manpower requirements and needs of meeting them. So according to Wickstrom, find human resource planning to consist of the following series of activities. Number one is to forecast. Two is making an inventory of present manpower sources. Three is anticipating. And four is planning the necessary programs of requirements. So columns defines Pullman defines as the process of determining manpower requirements as we have stated. So in order to get this topic rightly, we need to understand the objective. The objective in human resource planning is to ensure optimum use of human resource currently what employed. Optimum use, optimum. Number two, to avoid balance in contributing or contribution of an allocation of human resources. Avoid balances. So number three is access or focus future scale requirements of the organizational overall objectives. Number next is to contribute to motivate workers and upgrade. To provide control measures to ensure availability of necessary resources, to control the cost aspect of human resources, to formulate transfer and promotion policy. There are steps in human resource plan. What are those steps? To analyzing of analysis of organizational plans, objective, casting demands for human resources, forecasting demands for human resources, forecasting demands for human resources involves to determine and identify present and prospective need of human resources, to discover and recruit required number of persons, to select the right number and type from available people, to hired and placed in the position for which kind people that are qualified for the job, provide information to the selected people about the nature of work assigned to pay to them, to promote and transfer needs of personal performance of employment. So once you are able to forecast demands, you will also forecast supply, forecast demand and forecast supply of human resources. How do you forecast supply? Number one is by estimating the manpower gaps, matching demands and supply. These are two main things to consider in forecasting supply. So there are types of human resource planning, which we should also know. Types has to do with your output to phenomenal exposure in human resources, how to provide production implements, and so on. So in the component of human resources base, major component of human resource is based on population planning. Population planning has to do with employment planning, um, educational planning, that types. We have population planning, educational planning, employment planning, social and development planning. Now we can't talk about human resource management without talking about human resource information system. Human resource information system. So it's an important element in human resource development. HRIS is an important element in human resource development. So it is a system of maintain, collect, and analyzing data fitting to resources of the organization. So it helps the managers in decision making. So HRIS is important element of human resources. So it is a system. It is a system to maintain. It's a system to maintain, collect. It's a system to maintain, collect, analyzing data related to human resources of the organization. Related to human resources. So it's a system to maintain and collect and analyze data. So that is the word that analyze data. So ability to use system to analyze data is what we refer to as F human resource information system. What is it? Eh? Eh? So what? Edic. So it helps in managers in decision making, respect of promotion, wages, fixing, recruitment, training, and development. So in other words, HR acts as a decision support what system. Input of HRIS includes information relating to employees, their abilities, their qualifications, specialties, creative instincts, age, pay scale, various jobs in the organization. So there are required skills and qualification to do them. So the major reasons for this uh, present emphasis of manpower planning includes employment, unemployment situation, which affect technological changes, organizational changes, demographic changes, skill shortages, legislative control, impact of pressure groups, system concepts. That is what, so looking for a way to analyze data is what we refer to as HRIS. Now let's quickly talk about job analysis. Job analysis is a procedure by which uh, net information is obtained about a job. So it is a detailed and systematic study of information relating to the operations and responsibilities of a specific job. Of a specific job. Of a specific job. Authority has defined job analysis as the process of determining by observation, study, and reporting information related to the nature of a specific job. So it is the determination of the tasks which comprises of the job and skills, knowledge, abilities, and responsibilities required of the workers for a successful performance, which differentiates one job from another. So job analysis provide the following information. Number one is job identification. Job identification. Number two, specific characteristics of a job. Number three, what the typical worker does. Number four, what materials and equipment uses. How a job is performed. Requirements, personnel attributes, job relation between the employees and the employer. So talk about sources of information for job. How do you source for information? Job analysis. So make up of a job, its relation and other jobs, and its requirements for competent performance are essential information needed for a job analyst. For a job what? Analyst. So information of a job may obtain from three principal sources. Number one is from the employees. How do you source your information? The information you're about to gather. But we say that job analysis is giving full detail about a particular job or task. Now, how do you source for information to enable you get these details? Number one, from employees who actually performed the job. Two, from other employees such as supervisors and foremen who watch the workers doing the job and therefore acquire knowledge about it. So number three is from outside observers that observe from outside, especially appointed to watch employees performing a job. Such outside persons are called the trade job analysis. Trade job analysis. So method of job analysis. What are the method you use in gathering job analysis? Number one is personal observation. Personal observation. Number two is sending out questionnaires. sending out questionnaires to expatriates outside so they can ask questions. Number three is maintaining a long record. You can go to record and pick up a sheet and talk about it. Number four is personal interview. Personal interview. And the purpose and the uses of job analysis. Number one is organization and manpower plan. Why do you do it? What is the purpose and uses? Is to organize and manpower planning. Number two is for recruitment and selection, getting the right person for the job. Number three is wage and salary administration. Number four is job engineering. Another job engineering, talk about industrial and human engineering activities. And number five is employee training and management development. Number six is performance appraisal. Number seven is health safety. Talk about job description. Job description is a written record of duties, responsibilities, and requirements of a particular job. Duties and responsibilities. So job description helps top executives, especially when they jointly discuss one another responsibilities. So overlapping or confusion can then be pointed out. Questions can be raised about the most trust of each what? Each job. So it is a statement describing the job in such terms as its title, location, duties, working condition, and hazard. So it tells us what is to be done and how it is to be done and why. So it's a standard of functions in that it defines the appropriate and authorized comment or content of a job. Job description contains the following: job identification, job summary, job duties, relation to other jobs, supervision, writing conditions, writing conditions, task rate observation, study, development, and discussion. Job description enables us to frame suitable questions to ask during an interview, such as job grading and classification, transfer, promotion, adjustment of grievances, defining outline, and so on and so forth, as you can see on the screen. So job specification is a standard of personnel and designates the qualities required for an acceptable performance. So it is also a written record of the requirements such in, in an individual workers for a specific or given what job. So just specification transfer the job description into terms of human qualification. So job specification relates to personal characteristics. Yes, physical what characteristics, physical characteristics, psychological characteristics, personal characteristics, responsibilities, and other features of demographic nature. So job design, as we're about to round up for this section, it helps in developing appropriate design of job to improve efficiency and satisfaction. So job design is the process of deciding on a content of job in terms of its duties and responsibilities, on the methods of that is to be used and carry out the job. So the main objective of this job design is to integrate the need of individuals and environment of the objective of the organization, the need of the employees, whose job satisfaction in terms of interest, job satisfaction in terms of challenges and achievements. So organization requirements refer to the high productivity, technical effectiveness, and quality. quality. Approaches to job design include classical approach, include behavioral approach, classical approach, behavioral approach, and that is the two approach in making sure job design. Job design has to do with job satisfaction. You have to be satisfied in your current job. Personal appraisal is also called personal evaluation. Personal appraisal can also be referred to as personal evaluation. So it's the method of evaluating the behavior of employees in a workplace, evaluating the behavior of employees in a workplace, normally including both the quantitative and the qualitative aspects of job performance. So performance here refers to the degree of accomplishment of the tasks that make up an individual. So job appraisal has to do with the systematic, periodic, and special rating of an employee's excellence in matter pertaining to present job and his potential for a better job, according to Flippo. So according to Cummins, it's defined as an improvement to improve the efficiency of the enterprise by attempting to mobilize the best possible efforts and individual employee needs. So according to Riedel French, finds performance appraisal as a formal or systematic assessment of how well employees are performing their jobs in relation to establish a standard application of that assessment of employees. So, according to Taylor, Yoda said that is a formal procedure used to evaluate personalities and contributions and potential of group of that. So, in a nutshell, performance appraisal is a systematic evaluation of employees' performance at work. Systematic evaluation. So, individuals need to be evaluated to know their performance at work. So, it's a process of evaluating an employee performance on a job in terms of requirements. So it must be estimated. So there are characteristics of performance appraisal. What are those characteristics? Number one is a process. Number two is a systematic assessment. Main objective, scientific evaluation, periodic evaluation, continuous process, and what is the purpose of performance appraisal? Number one is appraisal procedure, decision making, work performance records, uh, employees, employees development, enable supervisor to be more alert and competent. So merit rating, improve employees relation. So what is the major use of performance appraisal? Why the organization has to bring it in? The one is to decide in promotion. It helps the employer in self-development and self-improvement. It helps the employee employees, self-improvement, and self-development. So it helps the management as well in decision making about placement, about recruitment, about promotion, about transfer, training and development, and it helps to achieve individual and organizational goal. So it's both useful to employees and organization. So it's to help in deciding promotion, transfer, training, development, and placement. It also helps in personal action. It helps in wages and salary administration. It helps in training and development. It helps in personal research. It helps in self-evaluation. It helps in self-evaluation. So it also helps in creating healthy what? Healthy competition. But there are limitations, things that can stop you from being appraised at your place of work. Start contributing, lack of reliability, incompetency, no uniform standard, absence of effective participation of employees, um, resistance of employees at work, negative approach at work. You must not have negative approach at work. Once you have negative approach to work, it affects productivity. So you must have a positive mindset. So the effective performance appraisal system must have a mutual trust, clear objectives, standardization, training, job relatedness, strengths and weaknesses, feedback participation, individual influences, and so on and so forth. So there are steps in performance appraisal. So when we come next class, we'll be able to discuss it at depth. But what are those steps? The steps is discussed in our next class. Thank you very much for your time. I still remember your humble self, Mr. Asuka. See you in our next class so we can complete the course. Thank you.